Hey everyone, welcome again to our Fun Friday Facts, fish facts, and everything. And today we're going to explore the world of the blacktip shark. So these are one of the most recognizable and fascinating sharks in the coastal waters that you'll see. So let's kind of talk a little bit of how you really are going to distinguish them. Well, they're very distinctive because, like their name says, they have black tips. So here you can see on this demonstration model, there's a black tip here on the top of the fin, that's usually where you're going to notice that, especially dorsal fin and tail. However, this tail does not have its um, black markings. So also with these, their body is typically pretty streamlined. I know this guy's pretty happy, isn't he, to be on video? Anyway, they're typically very streamlined, and they have a bluish gray back and white belly. And what this is doing is a camouflage technique known as counter shading. So what that does is the grayish black is the match. If you're looking down from the surface, is match the water above it, and then the white belly is to blend with the sunlight if someone's looking down from below up at the blacktip shark. So that's really cool features that help them against their predators out there. Other things, they do have a pointed snout and large sickle shaped dorsal fin. These are all points that help you recognize this particular shark. Where will you typically find a blacktip shark? Well, you've probably been all over the Caribbean. You've seen them down there. You'll find them in tropical and subtropical worlds worldwide. So, like I said, the Caribbean, the Atlantic, the East Coast, Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean, Indian and Pacific Oceans. They're everywhere. So they're a very common shark to see. These sharks do prefer to be in the shallow coastal waters, which makes them one of the shark species that humans have interactions with a lot because we're typically in those shallow coastal waters when we're out enjoying our water and scuba diving and everything. So other places, estuaries, coral reefs, especially in bays that you may find these. They do travel offshore, but not very often. The typical size of one of the blacktip sharks is 4 to 6 feet long, with the max being at about 8 feet out there. And they can vary in weight. So they can vary from 40 to 120 pounds out there. Their lifespans are 10 to 12 years in everything. And then here's one really cool fact about sharks' life. The black tips is they are viviparous, meaning the females give live birth rather than laying eggs. Different shark species have different things, and we'll explain that in other ones. But these black tips do give birth to live animals. Pregnancy for these guys are about 10 to 12 months out there. So you'll see that. And anytime that they do give birth, they'll have anywhere between 4 and 11 pups per birth cycle. And each pup at birth is between 1.5 to 2 feet in length out there. So, what do they typically eat? Well, the blacktip sharks, you'll typically find they're going to eat small fish out there, as well as squids, rays, and crustaceans. They hunt cooperatively, so that means they're going to work together with other blacktip sharks, and they're going to herd in fish together into tight groups to make feeding easier for them. So they're going to swim together, and then they can take turns picking off the various fish. Also, one of the things that the blacktip sharks are known to do is they are known to breach, kind of like you see with great whites sometimes. So they will breach out of the water, which means they're going to jump out, and sometimes they'll spin. So they can get confused with spinner sharks out there when they're out there jumping. So they're going to breach, spin maybe, something like that, or they're just going to breach like normal. And when they want to, they can swim anywhere up to 20 miles per hour. So you can imagine if they're attacking something from below and they're coming up swimming 20 miles an hour, that breach could be pretty high out there. However, some sad notes about the blacktip shark is that due to overfishing and habitat loss, and by bycatch, they are becoming a threatened shark species out there. If you don't know what bycatch is basically that when fishermen are out there fishing and they toss their nets, they catch whatever they catch and scoop up. They get caught in that net and they die by that. That is what a bycatch is. So they do play an important role in our ecosystems, help protecting and maintaining the balance of the marine system. So we don't want to lose them. They're a vital shark for us out there. And they're also very, I wouldn't say completely friendly, but there's no attacks with them. They are a little bit shy of humans, so you may see them out in the distance out there. Other fun facts about the blacktip sharks is they are migratory, so they'll move from area to area depending on where their food source is and the water that they want to be in is. And as I mentioned, they're not considered highly dangerous animals. In most instances, it's if they do bite a diver or someone, it's because that person was really close to a big school of fish that they may be feeding in. So other things, in rare cases, I've talked about how these give live birth. One other thing that can happen is that they can have birth where it's parthenogenesis, which means that they do not need a male to produce pups. This is rare, but it is a fact that the blacktips can produce pups without mating out there. So the big things are, we love these sharks. We love all sharks because they're amazing for our ecosystems. We do want to see them out there. They're fun to see. And maybe one time you will get to see them breaching. So hopefully you'll remember, if you see the black tip on the tip or the tail, you'll know that's a blacktip shark. I hope you enjoyed today's fun fish facts. Well, today's about sharks and everything. So hope to see you in the water soon. And again, if you want me to talk about any other fish or shark in particular, leave us a comment and I'll look to see if I can find that information and a model for you. Hope to see you in the water soon. Thanks.